Good morning everybody, it's Graham again from Unearthed for the next episode of Detecting Talk. Boy, do these come around quick. Another week gone. That's seen us having our last unearthed organised dig of the year. Some of you guys might have watched the video, the short video that I put on Sunday, Monday of this week, showing the finds that we made on the unearthed dig, which was quite amazing really when I think back that we've been on this particular farm in the Carlisle area. That's a bit of a mouthful for a Wednesday morning. The Carlisle area at least 2 or 3 times, and it's been extremely productive for us. Unfortunately, that's the end of it now. The farm is being sold off. So we had the last dig on Sunday, which produced some really nice finds, including a superb Celtic Iron Age Dragoness brooch, some Roman brooches, sesterces, some beautiful hammered coins, many hammered pennies. But the highlight for me was the Queen Mary groat that came out by a gentleman called Keith Smith, which made it even sweeter, being his first ever hammered. And we seem to find that on our digs that we run for our customers, that quite a lot of people are now finding their first hammers or their first Roman coins. Makes me feel so proud that we're putting these digs on for people that are finding their first ever hammered coins, Roman coins or artifacts. So hats off to you guys that attended at the weekend. It was a very enjoyable experience for me, even though I don't detect. I never detect at all now on my organised digs, because I like to walk around making sure people are filling the holes in properly. I don't want to sound like I'm policing everybody, but I just make sure everything's going smooth, they're on the right fields, and I also talk to them about the finds that they're making, and obviously have a look what's coming up. It's almost as good as finding them yourself. It's not quite as good, but it's almost as good. So that was on Sunday. Well done to a gentleman called Danny Duke. He found the Dragoness brooch and some nice Roman pieces, so well done to him. But regarding the organised digs that we run, since I put the video out and some social media information regarding it, we get inundated with messages. Can we join the unearthed rallies or digs? It's difficult because on one hand I want to say yes, you're all invited, but I've got to be realistic. We only run digs for our customers, for unearthed customers. So I don't run organised digs for anybody else, and people might think, well, that's been a little bit closed shop. But when you look at it, in reality, it isn't. It's the reason why we do it is to say thank you back to the guys that are buying their detectors off me and unearthed. And it's just my way of saying thanks back to them for being such loyal customers. So that's the reason why I do it, and we only have it for around about 35 to 40 people. I cap it off at that. We have a reserve list. Some people are left a little bit disappointed, but we've got to do the right thing. We handpick the people, so we know everybody on the digs, and I have to say they're a wonderful, warm group of individuals. Everybody welcomes each other. They get on very well. There's no bickering. There's no arguing. But the best thing is there's no celebrities. There's none of these idiots walking around saying, buy this machine, this is the best, like we've got going on down in the south in areas, and videoing themselves being idiots in the field. This is just purely for detectorists that enjoy the experience of being out in the fields and have the chance and the opportunity to find good stuff. So that's why we do it, and we'll continue to do it. There's going to be one for the guys that are watching this and are already on the dig group. Probably next one's going to be sort of February, March. We've got some new farms on the horizon, so I'll keep my fingers crossed that these will produce. Complete virgin land, never been detected on before, thank God. And as long as we can keep it free from the dreaded green waste, which seems to crop up from time to time in the north now, it should be a productive dig. So watch this space. Regarding the south, I haven't got the time or the energy anymore to start going down into the southern areas of the country to get digs and rallies off the ground. We just can't do it. I live too far away for one, and I'm too busy with my own private detecting to do it. So I think, disappointingly for some, most, if not all, of our digs now are going to be in the north, Hadrian's Wall country, maybe encroaching into the northeast a little bit, if the land's right, maybe into Yorkshire. That's it. So there will be that'll be capped off. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know, and I'll post it. I'll post it on social media, and I'll maybe do a little video about it. So that's the Unearthed Dig, which was a great success. A little bit of bad news now, guys. If you remember the last video we did regarding green waste and the petition that we put in, that Unearthed put in for the stopping of green waste, we petitioned the government, Parliament, to look into it. Unfortunately, that got rejected, which is a great shame. Now, the reason why it got rejected is this. I didn't personally make it clear enough to the government that what we wanted them to do. Even though I said the banning of green waste, it's happening, why should it be allowed to happen, etc, etc. The wording apparently wasn't good enough for them to understand. So what I've done is I've put an appeal in. That appeal process will be reviewed and they'll come back to me with a yes or no. If that gets rejected again, which it probably will, but I've got to go through that procedure, what I will do is put another one in. I'll continue to do it until the time comes where they actually accept it. So although it's disappointing, I can also see a glimpse of light coming through. So I'm finding a lot of now detectorists are sitting up and listening about this problem of metallic green waste. So when I first set the petition off and first set the green waste, metallic waste project, if you're going to call it a project, off, a good few months ago now. In fact, we started it way back in sort of March looking into it, but it was only when we spoke to people like William Hargreaves and Mark Lightfoot at the NCMD regional rally in Cumbria a few months back that it really started taking hold. But I thought that we were really the only ones that were doing anything about it. People were getting on the backs of the NCMD about it, not doing enough, sitting on their hands. But it actually seems, when I'm looking through all the information, that there is quite a lot of individuals out there already fighting the battle against green metallic waste. So that's fantastic news. So one snippet of information I've just been fed to me last night by William Hargreaves, is one of the presidents of the metal detecting clubs up here in the north has sent a letter to Tim Farron, MP, Lib Dem, regarding the problem of green waste, and he has got a fast reply and response from him saying that he's now going to write to, I'm looking down because I'm just checking my notes, so I don't want to seem to be being rude, but Tim Farron has actually wrote to the president. I think she's a lady from the NFU, asking if the farmers properly safeguarded against the illegal spreading of this metallic waste on their land, and they're not being taken advantage of. And he expects a response back within a week, and he'll respond back to the club president, chairman, or wherever this gentleman is. So he's doing great work, this guy from Kendall Club up here in Cumbria. And I think there's many more now in the south, in the Midlands, in other areas that are writing to the MPs. I know one guy from Norfolk, Paul, he's wrote to his MP already about this and he's waiting on a response. So isn't that wonderful that everybody's coming together and fighting this, rather than all these little splinter groups coming off and then doing their own thing and then dropping back and thinking, I'm not bothered about that anymore, I'm not spending too much time or my energy into doing it. They're actually getting stuck into the issue, which I think is amazing. Everybody seems to be coming together at the right time, and I can see a time in the near future where this is banned. I'm that confident now about the issue. Now, there's been petitions in the past where they've only reached 1,500 signatures or less. We know there's been the parliamentary debate in 2012 that I showed you guys last week. The paper for it, we're fully aware of that. But I think there's a more of a push now for people being more aware of the environmental issues. It was only yesterday we found out the information regarding the aluminium in the fields, which has a direct link to dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that. This stuff that's going in the ground shouldn't be there. It's nasty. It's horrible stuff. It shouldn't be mixed in with the crops. Get it out. Also, I found out, I keep looking down at my notes, so I do apologise. that one gentleman on our Unearthed Facebook group mentioned that on his permission of 30 acres where he lives, the illegal dumping of metallic green waste has been spread all over his particular farm. It was reported, and now they've had to scrape the top 3 inches of the soil off to get rid of it. They're starting to do it now. People are starting to wake up. Now that's a big job, scraping the top 3 inches of the soil off a particular field that's contaminated with this stuff. But that's the only way to get rid of it, unless you're going to ask a team of detectorists to line up in a huge line and dig it out, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. So I don't think many people will volunteer to do it, actually. So you can see all these things falling into place. There's people being fined out there. So people are actually waking up to the fact that this stuff shouldn't be put in the ground, and they want it out. Not just for a detecting, the detecting side of things. It's also the environmental side of things that people are waking up to. So continue to do the good work, guys. If you've got a local MP to you and you feel strongly enough to write to him or pick up the phone and ring his office, do so. You might not get him, but you'll get his secretary and you'll get the information over to her. That'll go to the MP. He or she should be able to respond to you about it. So keep up the good work. Also, I found out yesterday from a gentleman called Mark Lightfoot. I keep mentioning Mark's name, but he's a real soldier in the fight against green waste, along with William Hargreaves. He mentioned that McCain's, who make the chips, I guess, McCain chips, you guys will know from the adverts, they've stopped buying their potatoes, or purchasing their potatoes from farms that have got the green waste being mixed in with their crops and veg. That's a start. I don't know how long that's been going on for, but I found that out yesterday. So things are moving in the right direction, folks. So do your bit. Although we got the petition rejected, there is good news coming out, and I think this good news is going to continue through right through to Christmas and beyond. So watch this space. We'll give you an update when we get the information through of any changes, and I'll certainly make you guys aware of what's going on. Okay, so there's that to tick off the list. Now, I don't often do this, and I've not done it for some time, because we've literally been not starved of new products coming out, but there's been a sort of a bit of a lull for Unearthed to showcase any new products or any new accessories or any new detecting related goods, but I have got one, and these are the new books that have recently been produced. Now, these books are brilliant. They're almost the Bible for the serious detectorist. Now, what I like about this book, I don't know if you guys can see that, the bottom part of it, who it's written by, Kevin Lee and Michael Lewis, 2 top guys that know the stuff, Potable Antiquities guys. Kevin was also involved in the Staffordshire Hoard identification and cleaning and preserving process, as well as other things, many other things. So they've got together and they've produced this wonderful book, Finds Identified. Now, you guys out there have probably got the Bennett's books, which are great because they give you prices and they give you information on the finds, but this book really goes into depth of all periods, from artifacts through to coins, covering religious pieces, everyday artifacts that people used in the medieval period, etc., brooches, well, in fact, I can actually read a little bit inside of what it actually covers. Domestic life, that was what I was thinking of. Dress fittings, ornaments, you name it, this book covers it. Literacy and learning, religion and belief, horses and transport, warfare and hunting, trade and commerce, the list just goes on. And it's a really in-depth look at the finds that detectorists make each week and possibly struggle to identify. It's all crammed in here. Now, we're stocking these books. We bought a rather large batch of them at the weekend. They came Monday, and I've never known a product, book-wise, accessory, fly off the shelves as quickly as this. Yesterday, the phone nearly went on meltdown. It was that bad. Melanie was just picking up the phone, putting it down, people just ordering them. There's a small number there's maybe 30, 40 left. If you guys want them, give my office a ring, get one bought. It's a bit of a plug. We sell them. Unearthed is a business, so why not promote them? Because if I didn't believe in them, I wouldn't even do this video. I've got one myself. I think it's fantastic. It's going to follow me around. I'll put it in the back of my boot of my car, wrapped. And, you know, it's a reference book to go back. Oh, I wonder what that is. It's in here. So, have a look at it, guys. It's on the website live now, or you can order over the phone. Well worth it. And of course, there's a debate there about books. People buying reference books for detecting. Now, a lot of people choose to buy them and have a little bit of a library going on, like myself. I must be up to 150, 200 books now, collected over the years. But a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people miss a trick, because what they rely on is social media. They'll make a find within that day. They'll post it up on social media on some of the Facebook groups asking for identification. Now, that's good for coinage and things, where there's experts out there that can identify coins right to the mint and money within minutes. But some of the artifacts you may get 5 or 6 different answers for. So say for example you post up a fragment of a Roman brooch. You know, you might get 5 or 6 different answers out there of what this brooch is until you get the right answer or the correct identification. With these books you can do it yourself, and they're there, you know what it's going to be, and there's no messing about and having this debate that rages sometimes on the Facebook groups about what a particular artifact could be. So that's a little bit more information for you guys regarding accessories. Now there is, I don't know if it's the right time to mention it, but I'll do it anyway while the clock's ticking down. We have got some new products to be field tested coming out very soon. So watch this space. Now, it's been a while since I've tested any coils. Now, some of you guys out there that know me, I'm a bit of a coil addict. So aftermarket coils, if they're good enough for the job, I use them. I think they're terrific. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are a little bit too much for me weight-wise. And some of them follow the same patterns and the same sizes, and not really much better than the standard coils that come with metal detectors. However, there is a new manufacturer of search coils that I have been in contact with recently and been speaking to on a regular basis, who has got some very interesting products out very soon. So I'll be doing some field testing, and I'll be doing some promotional work, I guess that's the right word, on YouTube to showcase these coils when they arrive. They are out there to fit most detectors, I think, which is good news. But what's attracted me to them, being a bit of a coil addict, is the sizes. They're not just boxed off to one particular size. I like coils. I actually like smaller coils. I used to put dustbin lids on the big 15-inch monsters. Great ground coverage, fantastic for depth, but there's a loss. In amongst the iron, they're no good. Lively fields are no good, they'll miss stuff. You'll be getting multiple signals per sweep. Very difficult to read through the noise. These smaller coils, the smaller, thinner ones even, the narrow types, brilliant for stubble, they're brilliant for getting through the iron. And if the sensitivity levels remain and the depth's impressive, can't be a bad thing. And also the weight needs to be taken into account as well. So watch this space regarding the new products. I will see if they'll probably be here in the next week or so. So we'll do some work. I'll do some work on the test bed, and if they're good enough, I'll take it out in the field on my machines that I use, give them a thorough test, and I'll probably do some sort of review on them. So watch this space, guys. There is some new products on the horizon. Other than that, that's about it, I think. Have a good weekend this coming weekend. If you guys are out detecting, I'm out on Saturday, Sunday. Melody's birthday Saturday, so I won't be allowed to go detecting. Sunday it'll probably be, so keep an eye out for any finds that we're lucky enough to make. I'll post them up. And take care out there. Just lastly as well, thanks very much for the kind words from the people that are watching these videos. I've been getting quite a few calls saying keep up the good work, I'm really enjoying the videos. And you know what, that's heartwarming for me, because you know, I'm sitting here waffling on and talking about things that are happening and events and situations that are occurring, and you know, information, advice, guidance, that sort of thing, but you only really understand it's making an impact in the people that are out there listening, and the feedback has been tremendous, so I really appreciate it. So watch this space, more to come. Take care out there.